Before taking up TREDTWO, what did you know about Catholic social teachings or encyclicals? Compare your knowledge before and after. Before taking up TREDTWO, I knew quite a lot about Catholic social teachings since I graduated from St. Paul College, which is a Catholic school, and also since I took up TRED1 in my first year. On the other hand, about encyclicals, I wasn't quite sure what it was about until we discussed it in class. I remember talking about human dignity, common good, option for the poor, and stewardship of God's creation, particularly back in high school. After having various discussions in class about these things, I became more aware of the connections between them. My knowledge of these things were not entirely new, but a broader perspective of my previous knowledge, which is before taking up TRED2. Why are the Catholic social teachings or encyclicals significant in addressing issues on social justice and peace? These teachings are significant in addressing issues today not only because of the Catholic faith, but because the world today is in chaos. The Catholic social teachings do not apply exclusively to the Catholics, but everyone can use them as guides to become a better person. Choose 3 encyclicals that you like best. Explain why you like it. Say briefly about its context and major content. My first favorite encyclical is Caritas in Verite, which translates to the Charity in Truth. This encyclical was made by Pope Benedict XVI and whose message is directed at a variety of concerns including global poverty, injustice in the society, and arms race. My second favorite encyclical is the first one made by our current Pope Francis, which is the Evangelii Gaudium, which translates to the Joy of the Gospel. Although it is not a papal encyclical, Pope Francis used it as a context to explain the amount of social problems present in the world. Pope Francis here talks about the crisis of communal commitment. The third and last of my favorite encyclicals is the Laudato Si', which is Pope Francis' most recent and major encyclical. I like this the most since this is the first encyclical that really motivated me to help in the saving of the environment. This encyclical talks mostly about the progresses that sciences have made, but the neglect of the moral issues concerned with the matter. Choose 2 social issues that speak to you personally or to your family or community or country. Apply the principles of Catholic social teachings to your chosen social issues. The 2 social issues that I chose are euthanasia and abortion. The first issue, euthanasia, which is similar to the concept of mercy killing. However, euthanasia includes the fact that the patient will be signing a consent form which gives the doctor the right to end the life of the patient. This concerns the social teachings, particularly stewardship of God's creation, since I believe that only God has the right to decide whether a person is ready to die or not. The second issue is about abortion, which gives people the right to deny the baby of life, this depriving a human being from being able to experience life itself, and I believe that this violates the social teaching, which is rights and responsibilities. Imagine talking to another millennial. Explain why the principles and the Catholic social teachings or encyclicals are worth studying by the millennials. These social teachings are important in today's generation since the problem with today's generation is that we do not care, or we do not care enough. These teachings help us to care about the world and is not applicable only to the Catholics but to everyone. These social teachings are important to study to further develop the character of every person in this world.